In the heart of rural America, the small town of Willow Creek was facing its darkest days. Nestled between rolling hills and vast farmland, the town had long been a close-knit community. But a devastating flood had torn through the area, leaving homes destroyed, businesses underwater, and families displaced. The local government, already strapped for resources, struggled to provide relief. The residents banded together as best they could, but the sheer magnitude of the disaster made recovery seem impossible. As weeks turned into months, hope began to dwindle. Many wondered if Willow Creek would ever return to its former glory. Little did they know, help was on the way from the most unexpected source. One crisp autumn morning, the mayor of Willow Creek, Susan Bradley, received an envelope marked confidential on her desk. Inside was a letter from an anonymous donor offering a staggering $10 million to rebuild the town. The funds were to be used to restore homes, repair the town's infrastructure, and support struggling families and businesses. The only condition? The donor wished to remain anonymous. The mayor, stunned by the generosity, immediately called a meeting with town leaders. "This could change everything," she said, her voice shaking. "Who would do something like this for us?" The news spread like wildfire, and while the community was grateful, curiosity grew. Who was the mysterious benefactor who had given them a second chance? Meanwhile, hundreds of miles away, Donald Trump sat in his New York office watching the coverage of Willow Creek's recovery efforts on the news. He had been following the town's struggles since the flood, moved by the resilience of its people. Trump, known for his grand gestures, had decided to help, but this time he wanted no fanfare. For Trump, this wasn't about headlines or public praise. It was about making a real difference. "They've been through enough," he told his assistant. "Let's help them rebuild and let them take the credit for their own recovery." With the donation in hand, Willow Creek began to transform. The once flooded streets were repaired, and local contractors worked tirelessly to rebuild homes. Families who had been living in shelters moved back into warm, sturdy houses. Small businesses reopened their doors, their owners wiping away tears of joy as customers flooded back in. One of the most emotional moments came when the town's elementary school reopened. The children, many of whom had lost everything in the flood, ran through the bright, newly renovated hallways, their laughter echoing like music. The school principal, Mrs. Harding, wiped away tears as she thanked the mayor during the reopening ceremony. "This is more than just a building," she said. "This is hope." Despite the joy of rebuilding, the question of the anonymous donor lingered. Town meetings were filled with speculation. Some thought it was a wealthy former resident. Others believed it was a charitable organization. But no one could confirm the identity of their benefactor. Mayor Bradley decided to write an open letter of thanks in the local paper. "To the person who saved our town," she wrote, "we may never know who you are, but please know that you have given us more than money. You've given us hope, dignity, and the chance to rebuild our lives." Months later, during a televised interview, a reporter mentioned Willow Creek's recovery efforts to Donald Trump. For a moment, Trump paused, his usual confidence replaced with a rare look of humility. "It's a beautiful story," Trump said. "The people of Willow Creek are strong, hardworking, and resilient. They deserve every bit of that success." The reporter, sensing something, pressed further. "Did you have anything to do with the donation, Mr. Trump?" Trump smiled faintly. "Let's just say, sometimes it's not about who gets the credit. It's about doing the right thing." The clip went viral, and the people of Willow Creek were finally able to piece together the puzzle. Donald Trump was their mysterious benefactor. When the news reached Willow Creek, the town erupted in gratitude. Families, business owners, and children wrote heartfelt letters to Trump, thanking him for his kindness. The mayor organized a town-wide celebration, dubbing it Gratitude Day. Though Trump was invited, he chose not to attend, preferring to let the community shine on its own. Instead, he sent a message to the town. "I see your strength and resilience, and I am honored to have played a small part in your journey. Keep moving forward. You are what makes America great." The story of Willow Creek and Trump's secret donation became a symbol of hope and generosity. The town not only rebuilt itself but also created new initiatives to support other communities in need. Inspired by Trump's gesture, residents formed a disaster relief fund to help other small towns recover from similar tragedies. For Trump, the experience served as a reminder of the power of quiet acts of kindness. Sometimes, he told his team, it's not about building towers or making deals. It's about lifting people up when they need it most. Willow Creek's recovery inspired people across the country, proving that even in the darkest times, compassion and generosity can create miracles. For the people of Willow Creek, Donald Trump was more than a billionaire or a public figure. He was their silent hero. And for Trump, it was a legacy worth far more than any skyscraper or headline.